So the quotes here behind me are taken from conversations and emails I had with sustainability leaders at various universities. And they highlight what we think is the core issue of collegiate sustainability right now. And it's not the kind of main things that one might think about, such as a lack of funding or a lack of interest or something like that. But what it really is a lack of information sharing. The first one, just knowing about other sustainability initiatives. It's knowing about initiatives for a serious drought, so for a specific type of initiative on a campus. And the last one is about how to find a way to do a better initiative that one may already have at a university that other universities are doing better. So this last one, Wesleyan is struggling to find effective ways to conserve energy in dorms. That Wesleyan, in a lot of ways, is a leader in collegiate sustainability initiatives. So why is it that we're struggling to find a way of doing this one area effectively? On the other side of it, we're doing a lot of really cool things that other universities really aren't doing, such as the local co-op. And what this is a really amazing program. We have partnerships with local businesses and farms and things like that, and we have 500 Wesleyan students and faculty and staff that are part of this program where for every Wednesday they come in, they order fresh eggs, produce, meats, and other things, and they bring that all into Wesleyan from the surrounding communities. And it's an initiative that, to the best of our knowledge, no one else does. And it has amazing impact for carbon reduction, for helping support small businesses, for a lot of other areas, helping support small farms, but nothing like this exists anywhere else. And we don't think it's because people don't really care, it's because they don't know about it. So we're trying to think of ways, and something that Tim Carter mentioned during his presentation just at lunch before, is that how do you find ways of scaling these ideas? How do you find the best practices and then having them spread across the entire collegiate network? So we created, some friends and I at the beginning of this year, an online community called Potlux, which is a kind of subtle-ish play on words where a kind of potluck meal, everyone likes potlucks, everyone's bringing snacks and things and sharing with each other, but instead of sharing food, which we could also do, it's sharing light, lux, sharing ideas and inspiration with each other. And the three core ideas of this program are that environmental issues must be addressed through collaboration, that we're all living on this earth. All of us have a similar mission. We're all here at this conference because we care about the environment and want to network with each other, work together to solve these issues. That colleges are problem-solving incubators, that there's so many really amazing projects that come about from college campuses and really are unique to the college system, of a lot of really motivated students that are willing to miss class, like the two of us, probably some other you too, willing to miss class to be able to go learn about environmental things. In close proximity to each other, have lots of funding available, have administrative support, and the kind of ability to create and do brand new things that have never been tried before. And the last one is that these impactful ideas exist somewhere. They exist in isolation or sluggish diffusion, that they will spread across the collegiate network, have a huge benefit to the entire global environmental community, but right now don't have any way of really getting the word out there. So we wanted to take the best practices of Facebook, Pinterest, all those other social media type places and bring them into collegiate sustainability, which sounds like a pretty ambitious project, but we have a really solid team that's behind this. We have 9 students working on this right now from a bunch of different countries, from 11 majors, from film to computer science to anthropology. It's pretty much a wide spectrum. It's really an interdisciplinary project. We have people who eat, sleep, and breathe the environment. We have people who really don't care at all about the environment, but just are really into this idea of being able to create an impact and build this community. We have exhaustive experience. We have designers. We have front-end people, back-end people, people who used to work for Google, people who are working for other startups and things like that, that it's really a comprehensive design team to really make the creation of a social network possible. We have outreach people that have somehow connections at seemingly every university across the United States and abroad, and strategy people that have worked in consulting and banking and helping make different nonprofit programs in the Middle East. So it's really a wide breadth of areas. We also have 2 really great advisors. One of them is Dr. Gary Yo, who won a share of the Nobel Peace Prize with Al Gore. He's one of the senior writers for the IPCC and the National Climate Assessments. And we also have John Bennett, who has done a lot of work with different environmental organizations across many continents. So rather than just tell you about it, that'll be good to give you a live demo. So here we have Potlux. We just launched within the past few months and have only rolled out to other universities within the past 3 days. So it's still very new, moving very quickly. And the idea of the website is that it's both a medium to be able to connect people as well as a knowledge database for people to go through and figure out the projects that they like, to be able to implement, to inspire them to do new things. So going on the web page, we use the design principles of kind of flat UI, all the kind of modern techniques to be able to eliminate clutter and make things as easy as possible to flip through and discover. So if you see something that catches your interest, like Wesleyan beekeepers, what's that? That sounds pretty cool. You flip over, and it gives you a summary of what Wesleyan beekeepers are. You can go through the Green Fund, eco-facilitators, just kind of flip through these cards and make it as playful as possible to go through and find new things. If there's one that you really like, such as wishing wells, that seems pretty interesting. Why not? Let's click on that. You get a summary, an impact procedure, mistakes made and lessons learned, and future plans. You get all of the key information that you'll need to really determine if this is something that fits your specific goal. So for wishing wells, for example, that with reunion and commencement, with graduation coming around the corner, a lot of universities are trying to figure out what they can do to try to reduce plastic waste. And Wesleyan has solved that problem. We have these structures that can bring in water from a hose. It filters it, doesn't use electricity, it cools it, and be able to hydrate people at these outdoor events with zero electricity. So other universities, if they have that same issue, they could go through the website, find this, find the contact people, and find ways that they could bring this to their own university. And going back to the homepage, if someone wants to submit a project, we made it as easy as possible. You just go here, you put in your project name, the tags, university, website, and a summary, and then once you click submit, it's already on the website, and that's it. There are additional options you can add of new categories, pictures, and things like that, but we wanted to make it as easy as possible for these ideas and the community to build and grow. Going back to this. So as I mentioned, we rolled out to other universities within the past 3 days. We tried to get a wide array of universities from the Northeast, some from California, different sports leagues and things represented and things like that to try to have a diverse range of communities. We're also in talks with some other universities in different countries right now. And once we have this first phase complete and get their feedback from them, different feature updates and other things like that, then we'll start growing the community to these larger ones that we've already made connections with. We also have some really great partner organizations as well. We have the Wesleyan Sustainability Organization. The office there has been really great in supporting us. We recently received a grant from the Patricelli Center to be able to support us. And as of pretty much 24 hours, we are forming a more solid partnership with the UN right now, that we know that there'll be a partnership there and they're willing to use their communication mediums to be able to highlight featured projects and really the best practices of universities through their networks. We're still trying to work out the details of that, but that's something to highlight in the future. We also aren't exactly sure what our structure will be. We imagine we'll be a nonprofit or something like that, but we want to make sure that we're able to sustain ourselves and not be too reliant on donations. So the two models that we're thinking of right now, which will be further along the line, one is a sponsorship model of kind of getting two birds with one stone, of having different advertisers, people like that, local businesses and things, be able to support the needs of a project on Potlux, and then in return, have advertising revenue for us for that. So for example, if Eastern really needs $600 of equipment for their farm, they'll post the need on the website. A local business or just someone who wants to be altruistic will see that need, give them $600, and in turn, Potlux will take a cut of that to be able to support the servers and hopefully paying people to be able to curate the site. Another option is a kind of consulting option where we'll be able to go through, see this huge array of different projects, have a university with a specific need, maybe they want to expand more in agriculture, expand more in education. We'll go through the website, pick the projects that fit best for their need, and then guide them along the way of trying to make that idea a reality. We have some pretty ambitious goals. We think we can hit them, but they're pretty ambitious. By September, we're hoping to roll out to 75 universities across 4 countries and have this many projects, 300. We're hoping to have 50 connections. That's kind of our key performance indicator. and a connection is based off of if someone clicks someone's email on the website, that'll count as a connection and a kind of other process to be able to talk with people and hopefully make these types of projects happen at universities. And by 2016 in January, we're hoping to triple all of these numbers. We think we can do it, and we'll just have to get the momentum to be able to grow this community. Some of our future plans, besides what we have already on the website, that's more kind of a scaled down version of it. We're hoping to roll out features along the way, get feedback, and adapt to what the users need for the site and the community wants to be able to make this happen. One of them is profile pages. So for people like my mom, she's not associated with the university, but she's really into composting and really into ducks and chickens and things. So for her to be able to make a profile page, follow composting, follow ducks, and then be able to get email updates and things once a new project is added to Potlux, it fits that. We're also hoping to have a commenting and messaging system so that if people want to comment on different projects, it won't just be through emails, but be able to see kind of larger community, see what other people are asking, what the questions are, what the comments are back to it. And also kind of complex aggregation and sorting system to be able to know if other universities have similar projects as you are for a composting system, for example, that someone would have they would go on the website, look at a composting page and see all the related ones related to composting to try to figure out exactly what they can do and how it's different from other universities. In terms of future plans for our organization, we want to integrate with various stakeholders. The UN one is really exciting for us, and we're hoping to have other nonprofits that can help kind of push our mission and help us relay the messages of these great projects from Potlux. We're also hoping to make a best practices white paper that a lot of these student initiatives are really unknown right now. And once they're on the website, we'll then go through, pick out the best practices, and be able to disseminate that information as widely as possible. We're also doing a university tour this summer, some friends and I, into next semester to be able to talk in person with people and go through the website with them. As of less than 12 hours from now, or 12 hours ago, these are some mock-ups of some of our new features. Here's a profile page of a little about section. You can follow people, follow different projects, like projects, comment as well. We're also making a mobile version of it, either an app or just a mobile version of the website so that people can engage with that on their mobile devices. So with this community, this organization, it's not something that we can do alone and haven't been able to do alone at all. And we really need the help of Connecticut colleges and the people here in this room to be able to make it a success. That we need people to go onto the website, test it out, explore things, give us feedback. If there are features that are really great, let us know. If there are things that are pretty stupid, let us know. If you find bugs, those are also great. We had a bunch of bugs that we fixed 2 weeks ago from one person going around the website and clicking around and giving us feedback on that. We also could use your help connecting us with your friends at other universities, with other organizations that you may know. If this seems like something that they would be interested in, let them know and let us know. It would be awesome. And in addition, we're looking for people to help expand this. A lot of the core members of this are going to be graduating next year and going into full-time jobs, and we are looking for people to help grow this organization, help with outreach, coding things, whatever you think you can contribute. Definitely let me know. Here's my website, or my email here, and definitely let me know. We have time for lots of questions, and I welcome all feedback. Thanks. Yeah?
So, are you guys applying for nonprofit status, and what is that like?
Right now, we're not. That we're waiting right now to exactly see which direction we'll go in. That if it's something where we could potentially get a lot of advertising revenue or a kind of consulting-based revenue model, that we want to keep it as a not nonprofit, as a for-profit business. But we imagine it may go down that road, and that's something that we're exploring right now. Yeah?
How do you guys deal with IP? Because, for example, with, it's called Wishwells.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when students create things on campus, sometimes they don't realize that if they're using school material or resources to build those things, that it actually belongs to the school from a technology standpoint. So have you guys looked into that, and how are you dealing with that? Because if I see something that works well at West and I go to Oregon State and I want to bring it there, what are the legal issues that I'm exposed to?
Right, that's a great question. It's not really something we explored at all. We've thought a little bit about just the pictures people upload and whether or not they own that. types of ideas behind that, but not the projects themselves, and especially these technological things. That's something we haven't explored that I just wrote a note. Definitely look into it. Yeah.
With the sorting, it would be interesting, especially coming from a state school, if you have a feature where you can sort schools that abide by the same guidelines, rules, laws, because that's going to be another issue where at a private school there's going to be a lot of different steps, or fewer steps maybe, than at different state institutions.
Right.
So that would be something I would love to see if you're kind of sorting through, it would shorten down time.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
You say you've reached out to a list of universities over the past week. What do you mean by reached out? And are two-year colleges going to be included?
Definitely, they'll be included in it. We've already reached out to some schools. By reach out, I mean we either have people who are friends with other sustainability leaders at university and talked with them, and then those people at the university then talk to their friends, and usually on the student environmental organizing level. That's mainly what we mean, but we also have contacted some kind of higher up people within universities at the more administrative level, more kind of for feedback right now, and at this point it's more been at the kind of student grassroots level.
Is there some kind of gatekeeper as far as if somebody's filling out a form, I don't know, as far as what they're putting out on your website, does it go through somebody and they kind of vet it and then it gets put onto the website, or they're automatically loading onto the website?
Right now it goes straight onto the website, that because we don't have too much traffic right now, we're able to go through and monitor which things get uploaded, and if it's something that either doesn't really fit with our guidelines in some way, that we can easily just take that down. But right now, it's something that we're looking to in the future. Yeah.
Are you looking to keep the core of this student-based, or would you be looking to expand it so that it would be, it started out student-based and now it gets put into the hands of administrative, powers within the universities? Are you looking to keep it as you'll have a group of students come in, apply for internships, jobs, what have you, and it stay student-oriented?
Right, we're hoping to keep it student organized and make it student based, but also bring in the administrative level things as well. That I don't know if you guys saw from Mr. Carter's presentation, but he had kind of 3 different stakeholders within the kind of collegiate environmental movement. He had the president, he had the deans, and he had, I think, sustainability faculty and things like that. And nowhere on his chart did he have students. And we think that students are a really key role in the university sustainability system. We want that to be the core kind of our role within this conversation. Because it's something where other organizations have been doing something similar to this at the administrative level, but not really at the student level. So yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Any more feedback? Any questions? Yeah.
I think it's fascinating how you've taken, call it cherry pick from all of the best of the social media. It's like, oh, we like to have this, and we like that, and I need to talk to my friends, and I need to fundraise, and I need to, all of those pieces. Have you gotten any pushback from the owners of those social media? Gee, you're a lot like Pinterest in this page, or you're a lot like some other big bucks place.
Right. Not yet. I guess the goal is to have Pinterest try to sue us, because that means that we're big enough that we really got their attention. But not yet. That's the dream.
Yeah. We aspire to be sued.
Yeah. Great. Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And thanks for your feedback. Took a lot of notes during this.